It's a stress for families, it's a stress for our teachers, and it's a stress for our students who are really struggling with that mental health component.
New at 11, Ohio's governor going against CDC guidance on student quarantines. He, along with the leader of the Ohio Department of Health, cites several new studies which say students and teachers won't have to quarantine if they come in close contact with someone who is COVID-19 positive, as long as they're wearing a mask and practicing social distancing. WCPO 9 News reporter Jake Ryle takes a closer look at the new recommendations and the impact they will have on the state of education districts next summer.
For months now, the CDC guidance has been if any students come in contact with someone who tests positive for COVID-19, they have to quarantine for 14 days. In Ohio, that's all about to change. Mason City Schools Superintendent Jonathan Cooper has seen it firsthand.
When students are separated out and they're at home, it's hard for our teachers to connect with them while they're trying to teach in-person students. It's hard for our students that are at home to find that sense of belonging.
What he hasn't seen, community spread within the classroom setting.
Quarantining kids, putting them out for 14 days at a time when they're healthy, is a big stress on the system.
But he's hopeful with new research.
Our argument would be let's take a closer look at the science behind that.
And that is what the state has done. Dr. Bruce Vanderhoff pointing to two new studies, one done by researchers here in Ohio, that show the classroom might be safer than first thought.
It shows that the close contacts of children with COVID-19 were more likely to be family members and less likely to be classmates.
Validation for something Superintendent Cooper has seen now for months. A welcome relief for school districts who have had trouble with staffing due to unnecessary quarantines.
We've known for some time that being in school is, as the governor referenced, important for students, for their academic progress, their socialization, their developmental and mental health. Now we have the data to tell us that school is also the safest place for our students, even in the midst of this COVID-19 pandemic.
Their results support what we have been seeing and hearing anecdotally in our schools, and that is that as long as students in the classroom wear a mask, as long as they are mask compliant and do the best they can with socially distance, they do not have an increased risk of catching COVID-19 from a nearby student who may have had it.
And it should be noted, students who come in contact with someone who does test positive for COVID-19 will not be allowed to participate in extracurricular activities, and that includes sports. For now, Jake Ryle, WCPO 9 News.